Good evening and welcome back to Greater Denmark and our gloriously bad ideas in this Ideas Guy run. Our goal is to get these two achievements, Feroden and Ideas Guy. We're halfway through Ideas Guy, which is pretty good. Except, in another more actual sense, we are a long way from getting it done. We need to be about 20 times as financially viable as we are right now. And Jinx, this is even taking into account the war reparations that we're getting, so not so hot at all. We have dire ideas, people keep asking for recaps, there you go, hope you were fast enough to read that. And here's our Greater Denmark. Things are looking not too bad for us, and they will continue to look not so bad for us, so long as Russia remains our good friend. And at 80 trust they should, or they'd better remain our good friend. We were able to rip a bit of a chunk out of Poland. There are more chunks to come, I certainly hope. But we need to square off against Scotland again because some Italians came along and slapped us silly. See these guys, the Tuscans? Good heavens, they are extremely powerful. They must have thrown 60 to 70,000 troops at us, and they slaughtered our armies. Not a hard thing for anyone to really do because our armies are utter garbage. We do not have a single decent military idea here. I'm not about to go with my noble knights and call that the greatest military idea known to man. But this is bad ideas, Guy. We shall not take good ideas, nor shall a bad idea pass us by. And it seems like a delightfully bad idea to take all of our troops and throw them away to the British Isles. It also seemed like a gloriously bad idea to piss off the merchant guilds because they were getting too big for their boots. I'm sure that's okay. Sabotaging reputation in Tuscany doesn't seem to be doing much for us, but I think I know what would. Our technology is currently 14, 12, 14, and dip points are what we are hurting for. But we can go to countries, sort by... Yes, I have functioning eyes. Technologies. Oh my, Livonian Order, admin 16 and dip 16. But then Flanders is 14, 14, 16, so I have to ask myself, what do I want? Dip or mill? Flanders, right? Yes, that's obviously Flanders, you freaking moron, Jake. Let us study their technology. They're not the only ones whose technology we want to study closely. There we go, not too shabby. So we'll be grabbing some admin and some dip from the Livonian Order and some military from Flanders. Yeah, it's good to have lazy dips or something. My army, I don't want to be so lazy. The truce with Scotland will wear off in about a year. Seems a good enough reason to go and get my army up there. Now, Scotland do not offer much in the way of resistance, so I reckon I can just send a token army over there to put them in their place. How many boats we got? 16? Nice. And what's better, we still have our 2 siege leader. We'll make our way all the way over to Scotland and put them out of their misery. See, Scotland were freed by the disgusting Tuscans. We have to remind Scotland of their pagan roots and bring them back into the fold. And we also need the Danes to love us a bit more than they do right now. Because I want to get Denmark inside me as quickly as we can. Let's ditch these fools and have a look over at Scotland. See, they have 9,000. Not an army to be sniffed at. I've also hit the admin cap. It's what I do. It's my thing. But I'm not going to be teching up in that, because otherwise I won't be getting my extra point there. I might as well tech up in the old innovative ideas, because nothing's better than some dynamic court. A truly innovative court is one where any person may rise to shrine. No, that's not how it goes down at all. Jake, off topic, do you have a copy of American Truck Simulator? I do not. The game is not out yet for plebs like me. I did actually ask for the game, but I was denied. Could actually be a little tricky getting this integration of Denmark. I need them to like me just a little bit more. All these people wanting to love me as well. Do we have religious war going on? Why would Palatinate, Sexy and Frankfurt all want to be inside my country? Oh, at war with Tuscany. Well, by all means, everybody can come and go as they please. Bloody Tuscany. Did Jake westernize? And if he is not, will he? I have westernized. Starting off as Chinese technology was truly painful, but here we are Western. We still use Chinese units, but that only allows us 50% cavalry, but at least we have return of the glorious sealskin warriors. Not only that, but the sealskin warriors are also on these European horses. Yes, these strange Chinese people who floated about on some broken raft until they ended up in Bornholm in 1444. Have come to understand and manipulate Western technology as they see fit. We're still under the Danish culture because frankly nobody can understand what either of us are saying. So, you know, we all just get along in that sense. Things are looking not too shabby at all. I even have loads of diplomats that I can have sit around doing nothing, because that's my specialty. The bloomin' Norwegians want to rise up again. If they come close to it, I may just throw them a bone, just so they get out of my my face. The Protestants I'm slightly more worried about over in East Frisia, but I've already increased autonomy there. It's going to take a long time to actually get rid of them, to the point where it might be worth me throwing my troops on just to reduce the likelihood of revolt. Because it's not just them, we have Teutonic separatists that want to rise up. They're even less of a problem because they can just go away to Poland. Then I won't really have to worry about them. Poland can take care of them for me. Other people trying to get on that westernization train, they don't know the pain. Jake, how's the Austrian War for Independence going? It's going and gone. Which is more, they have allied with the mighty powers of the USA, because part of it was British 13 colonies. So USA is going to be on a rampage, or so I hope. That would be really inspiring. Tayyip saying, food in Jake's stream, now I'm sorted. Yeah, I've been streaming quite a lot of Europa lately. Uncharacteristically large amount, but I can't deny it. This campaign really excites me, and that's why I'm still playing it. What would also excite me is actually getting up to date with my technology properly. Although it gets rid of the extra point that I can get here, I really should upgrade my units to Asian mass infantry. Considerably better than the banner infantry. I'm just pulling that fact out of my arse. I haven't even looked at the pips here, but let's see. 1 fewer in defensive shock for the banner infantry, so we're better in that regard. And much better fire. The fire at this stage in the game is pretty much equal to shock, and is all that bit better because it can shoot down cavalry that bit better. So get those Asian mass infantry on the go. And it finally affects mercs, so I'm happy about that. I'm happy about lots of things. It's good to be happy in life. If you plan advanced Teutonic rebel strats, don't you think it's better to delete the fort in Memel? We'll come to that later on, because those forts could be useful. There's nothing saying the Teutonics are going to rise up. It's actually quite unlikely. This is actually unfortunate. Where is Greifswald? Hold on, we've had an issue in Greifswald before. It's right here. I don't really mind losing 1 base tax there. Tax isn't what the nobility care for all that much, but getting the nobility's loyalty up is a wonderful thing. We'll keep... I'm happy about that. Besides, the alternative is them going disloyal. Isn't all about the development these days. Jake, I do hope you will get the achievement. I think it's a long shot. Oh, come on, I've got over 200 years to do it. I've been able to conquer the whole world in less than 200 years back in the day. So I think this will be just fine. Don't know what to do with you guys. I am just hopeless with light ships. I should probably put some actual thought into how to deal with them better, but I just don't want to. So thankfully, our friends in Scotland still have no friends, but they hate our guts. They really hate our guts. We did some terrible things to Scotland, but that's all right. We will be forgiven. Tuscany, though. Ugh, Tuscany. Everybody's ready to murderize the Scots. When are they not? Oh, well, I say ready. We'd be more ready if I had a free diplomat. You would also be happier inside my country, but we have 3 years to wait on that, so I'm going to pull back the diplomat for it. I'm also going to wait so that the Scots, they must know I'm coming. They've already pumped up their money towards their troops, the funding, if you will. I wonder how fast I can get there. Yeah, okay, go figure. Don't let me down, units. You outflank them. But some bad rolls could make it pretty ugly. They managed to get Tech 15 as well. Well, we shall see. The Livonian Order is trying to gun us down. Again, I don't really blame them. I've done some terrible things in my times too. Okay, the morale... And this is something I need to keep remembering about this campaign. My morale is garbage. I need to stop assuming that it's okay, because it's really not. Everything. I mean, look at this. 1.2 difference in morale. That's crazy. That is utterly crazy. And not a value I would ever let myself get into in a... I hesitate to say serious campaign, but in a campaign where I'm not explicitly going for bad ideas. I'm sure you know what I'm getting at. Don't underestimate that Highland charge, Jake. Oh, I won't. The Livonian Order really want me dead. Hopefully, actually, let's check them out there. I can check their opinions with other people. I thought I could check trust here. What did I know? Not how to check trust. Right, the Protestants really want to rise up. Protestants do disgust me, so we'll get rid of them. Probably better for me that they rise up, just so I never ever have to worry about the province. Hello, Denmark! Are you here to confess your undying love for me? Because that's what I'm hearing. Too late, like any Dane. Get the hell out of here. There goes the Scottish Navy. We still get... No, I lie. We don't get 100% more prestige from naval battles anymore. I wish we did, because then we could have got an 0.66 prestige from that. But we couldn't. Goodbye, Scotland. I don't want you to exist anymore. And I really don't want you having cores on... pretty much land that I own. That would all be awful. Would really be awful. Let's have a look there. The cores on the British Isles are more than fine. I would love to take the money, but I'm not sure I should. And it doesn't cause any real amount of aggressive expansion. Ah, I can be happy enough with that. Farewell, Scotland. I knew you well. So there we go. Rather good, if I dare say so myself, but the issue about this is I kind of need Scotland to exist, even though this could well hurt me. Scotland deserve Aberdeenshire, and we shall give it to them. But I need to be very careful about subjects desiring, well, all sorts of things. Eesh, this is... It's really cranking up the Danes, to be honest, and nobody wants some cranked up Danes. The trouble is, I don't want to tech up too much either. It's a difficult one. Yeah, okay, but what I am going to do is check this out. Probably should have taken more out of them to get a longer truce. Ah, well, Scotland, there's a problem with you. And that problem is your religion. Once I get that Liberty Desire of yours down, I think I'm going to force religion on us, on you no matter what. I was able to clear some of the nasties I had with them. So let's get everyone back to somewhere that matters. I really want to fight England, but they had to go and ally Russia, didn't they? That's a shame, Russia. Why would you go and do that? Well, I'm sure they'll come to blows at one point or another. I'm also over my Diplo relations, but that's to be expected. I also need to keep finding people to infiltrate, administrate on. Lubeck seems a pretty good choice for that. Admin. And it's worth it. Got to get those extra points. In fact, as long as I'm doing you, there's not much point in doing them unless I do tech up. And I think I should. I can't really risk people getting support. Regrettable, but some things have to be done. Jake, what's the thinking of not taking Scotland's money? Avoiding inflation? No, I am not scared of inflation at all. It is rock bottom. But when I coughed Scotland back out, I wanted them to have the money, and I believe the treasury is saved. So if I go down to Scotland, there we go, they kept the treasury. There was no point in me drinking the money away from my vassal when they're going to need it to invest in themselves anyway. I am a caring overlord. Laharl, take notes. So let's root out these filthy Protestants. Now this means we will be coming for England later on, but I wish I could do it now, to be brutally honest. Bloomin' England. Yeah, we can no longer pick on the Swedes. Oh, I must have missed that enormous bonus I got from crushing Sweden in the previous war. Can't help it, Sweden is just so easy to crush. So of our choices, it's clear that England needs to be our rival. With a bit of luck, Russia, who has only very recently allied England, will then see England as the poor choice of friend, and me as the correct choice. I'm also going to get their opinion of me above 150 if possible. Not because that's some magic number, it's just a nice number to be at. Trust me, I want to conquer the Highlands. There's a lot of things I want to do. Like getting Saxony to like me. But that I can do. Oh wait, no, that says Savoy. I am not renowned for my good eyesight. Also sucks to no longer be embargoing Sweden. They need to be put in their place. I can be pretty satisfied with this state of affairs. And the Danes will start getting inside me in 2 years. It'll take a long time, but perhaps not as long as you may think, because... oh, actually the cost is going to be a bit heavy. Not something I like to do, but I'm going to focus on dip, because it's what we're hurting on. We're having to focus on vassals to a fairly high degree, higher than I'd really want. Oh, we're not really losing out on the money, even though we have all these people sitting around. A lot of them are mercs, and really I'd have no problem just shooing a few of them. Does make me look a little weaker compared to my vassals, but that's alright. When worst comes to worst, I can take 3 pops at placating local rulers. Scotland is going to be disgusted with me for quite a long time, though. Because I do want to enforce religion on them. Why? For a laugh, I suppose. Put them in their place. Oh right, Poland. The person I keep forgetting about. Because they're so forgettable, but I really should trample all over Poland some more. Ugh, Tuscany. I'm more scared of Tuscany than I am of Poland. Right, this is actually pretty good. This should stir up those East Frisians, who I want to revolt right now, but I don't want the Norwegians to revolt. Why so angry, Norwegians? That separatism's been hanging around there for a long time. I hope it's not permanent separatism, because that was an old and horrible bug. Well, it's dying down there, so one can hope. Ah, hell, it's a nowhere province. I'll just get rid of them anyway. This one is less nowhere, but well, sometimes things just work out on their own here. Funnily enough, the prestige would be really nice, because I could pay down a lot of this liberty desire. Means when I force convert Scotland, it won't be so bad, but it'll still be bad. Nonetheless, free stability is something to be adored. Oh, that's insulting. Why is that so bad? Granted, my army tradition is not great. Yeah, okay, let's go for speed. Alright, that's exactly what we were expecting. The rebels are a bit wimpy, but that's okay. Notice that they are far stronger than me. They don't have the serfdom that I have. Alright, Rebs, get away. Right, that's the kind of thing that makes Denmark think they're bigger than they actually are. That's okay, I'll just spring myself up an army like it's no thing. And I'll also... yeah, I don't like the idea of having those Norwegians thinking they're good enough. Because they're not. Who is Agdegar? Yeah, this will get rid of them. Prospering times indeed. Good time to be part of my country. Now Stolp. I know where that is, don't I? Of course I do. Controlled by the clergy, frankly, I could give or take it, but it's the dip power that I need, even though I don't want it to be production here. It's hard to deny the fact that I need dip power at the moment. And who would have thought, you know, you always think of dip as that worthless one. But, you know, this is not orthodox ideas, man. Not even acceptable ideas, man. It's just bad. Jake, can you show us an Inuit with a cannon? Certainly. Look at him go. He'll even do the loop-de-loop for you. I'm pretty sure they're not carrying guns, they're just carrying sticks that look like guns. And they think that they've got it all sussed out. Okay, so I've been discovered doing all of my studying technology. It's actually probably going to get a bit tedious checking these out all the time. Especially when I can't remember my own tech levels. There we go, I'm on 14, 13, 15, so I'm looking for 16, 15, 17 to be honest. But ain't nobody going to be on 17, so I'll just hit up the big numbers here. Like Trier. Hey buddy, show me your technology. Almost makes it not seem like a bad idea at all, but let's not get carried away. And yes, we have gun-toting Inuits. That's probably gonna get mentioned time and time again. Cursed English-Russian alliance, but I can take care of that. Especially if I make my move on you. Wait, what? Ah, of course, it is simply the Danes making these unjust claims that this is their land. Still, I should go in with some claims of my own. I'm unlikely to get caught, because we have such good spy offense, but I want to seal off Russia from this area. I would also quite like Stockholm for myself, but I don't have the positioning to go for it. But yes, I need to cut off the Russians. We'll get to it. There's so many things I want, but at least when I gun down Sweden, then that's land that not many people really care about. After all, they're just Swedes. Would quite like Holstein, but it's HRE territory. We'll figure that one out later on. Sweden has no friends, Jake. Well, that's not very nice, although it is true they certainly don't. I could get at England without getting Russia by hurting Brunswick, and I do like to hurt Brunswick. Actually I could grab a single province off of them, but it would really make quite a few people angry, and it still means I'd have to fight England. Well, no, first order of business is to get Denmark inside of us. And we can start that in 1 year. Once we do that, we can start picking apart Sweden. I'll go for these two claims, so it's very important that I get Dalaskogen. I should make an effort to remember that, but effort is not something I excel at. Jake, don't forget about Gutish independence. Unfortunate thing is I probably have to own that province. What's the stipulation? All province in the region Scandinavia. I would be surprised if it is not. Oh! That's a little cheeky of you. And yes, I know I'm capped. Yeah, it's part of Scandinavia. Well, I can grab the achievement and then let them go. It doesn't say I have to core it, does it? Just owned. I won't core it, and I'll let the glorious Gutnish be free. Free as they deserve to be. All is rather well. I could gun down that, or I could be getting my innovative on the go. And I do love that reduced inflation cost almost as much as I love that optimism. Looking good. Jake, will there be a dev multiplayer tomorrow like every Tuesday? You kind of answered your own question, but absolutely. Why wouldn't there be? I wonder if you've claimed... Oh, you have! I could go for Stockholm, although, good heavens, that development. It's a bit crazy, isn't it? It would probably be better to pursue your claims. I wonder if I get them for cheaper. This is something I can't even remember. Why am I even thinking about this? I got an enormous truce with Sweden. Can't see the trees for the forest. And aggressive expansion is really rather large around here. It's England I need to knock the teeth out of. How did they manage to go and get that alliance with Russia? Of course, I could just beat up my favourite punching bag, especially when Tuscany won't get involved. That is a very, very, very tempting offer right there. Especially if I can strangle England. It would be a not very laughing matter if I were to fight England and then Russia would get involved. But I also don't have my claims against Poland. I should make the effort to get one. But then again, I can't take much, otherwise I will make everyone really angry. Okay, let's give this a bit of thought. Poland have some pretty... Well, they have a few friends, actually.